What is up, intro watchers, intro maker here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're doing something new. We're doing a tier list. Now, recently, I finished CupHead's main story, and before that, I finished the DLC. Now, I know for some people that may be a war crime. You're probably screaming into your microphone or your computer, like, Dylan, you're telling me you finished the DLC before the main story, Dylan? What are you doing? And I understand that, and I hear your concerns, and quite frankly, shut up, okay? This is my channel. I get my own choices, okay? I did the DLC first. Be mad, okay? Deal with it. With that being said, though, I did finish the main story and the DLC, so I decided I wanted to do a tier list, and a tier list is what we are going to do. So I found a tier list of all the main story and all the DLC bosses, and I'm going to be rating them from hardest to easiest. And I'm gonna have a good time with this, but at the same breath, I'm gonna have nightmares. This is gonna remind me of all those terrible bosses. I don't want to think about it. Let's just hop into the video. Also, I'm sorry to say it, but it's a light mode website. I'm very sorry, okay? I have no clue why no tier list website in the world apparently doesn't do dark mode. Like, why? Why can I not just have one dark mode tier list website, bro? Like, these colors would still fit. The colors would still fit, so I don't get it, okay? I don't know why there's no dark mode websites, but apparently there's not. With that being said, though, let's read off all of these tier lists. So we have, I'm smashing my keyboard and rage quitting. It's getting a little spicy up in here. Okay, this is okay. Alright, honestly, this is kind of easy. And last, and the least, could do this blindfolded and asleep. Man, there's not many that I don't think I can do that with, but, you know, who knows? We're going to start off with one that I actually probably could. This one's a really easy boss. The 8-ball boss and King Dice. I hate to be so rude, but it was pathetic, dude. Like, I hate to be rude, bro, but it was pathetic. The 8-ball literally just shot it, and then Dice jumped over your head or whatever they were, and it literally took, like, it took one dash to avoid them. Like, it was too easy. I'm sorry, 8-ball. I wish I could rate you higher on the tier list, but you just were not hard whatsoever. With that being said, we got another pretty much remotely easy one, but I would say was significantly harder than the 8-ball. To be fair, it wasn't like super hard, but I don't think I died once on 8-ball. For that matter, I don't even know if I took damage on 8-ball. Now with Sally, I died 3 times. I remember it correctly. His chat was like, bro, 3 times? It took me 4 times. And then somebody in the chat was like, nah, it took me 5 times. And I'm thinking, man, you guys are bad. It took me 3 times. 3 times the charm. So yeah, this one was kind of easy. I mean, other than, like, I think the second phase, it was pretty much easy other than that. Because the second phase was, like, when they were dropping stuff out the window. And that phase was just annoying. Not even necessarily hard, just annoying. And here's a new boss from the DLC. The secret boss. I didn't even know about it until, like, people in chat were telling me, okay, go to you, talk to this guy, and then talk to this guy. Do it in that order. And then you go to the cemetery and you do this. And, yeah, this boss is actually... See, it's definitely easy. It's a lot harder. It's definitely harder than 8-ball. But I still want to put it here because I still think it's easier than Sally. I think I died on this boss a couple of times. But in the same breath, I think I remember, like, literally all you had to do was turn the other direction to take no damage on it. Like, I'm sorry, but that makes it extremely easy. Like, once you get a hang of it, literally all you need to do is avoided. Simple as that. So I think I think this is one of the more easier bosses. I do think it took me a few tries, but now that I've done it, foreshadowing back, I could definitely do this boss, like, in 5 seconds. Barely even any damage, probably. Now, talking about that, let's talk about one that does a lot of damage.
Now that's a lot of damage!
This boss. Oh my god, this boss. This boss. Man. Dare I say anything? Do you guys see this boss? This chat of a boss, man? This boss sucked for me. It took me so much time that I think it took up a solid 2 hours for me to beat this. And this was my first DLC boss. Talk about a rude awakening. I was coming into the DLC thinking I had this better than putting balls to the wall. You know what I'm saying? But it ended up not being that easy. First boss took me a while. I think it's not necessarily super hard. So I think it's okay. This is okay. Because it was tough. But there's other ones on this list that were tough. You know what I mean? Like, not tough, but like, tough. You know what I mean? Big difference. Now, let's talk about this boss. Ooh. This boss was kind of hard, not gonna lie. It was hard, but it wasn't as hard as that boss. And it was also a mini-boss. And I think for most part, all of the mini-bosses, other than F and chat to 8-ball down here, I think most of them belong here, especially this one. This one was, I mean, it wasn't super easy, but then again, all you had to do for the most part, I think, was parry and jump. Parry, jump, shoot. Pretty easy, I mean, and then you just had to, like, shift over her head. So, yeah, it was pretty easy, or dash over her head, whatever you want to say. Ooh, now these bosses are together, these two, aren't they? I'm pretty sure these bosses are in the same phase. Is this gonna make me do every single tier, every single, wait, hold up. Is this gonna be, like, every single phase? Okay, I don't think so, because I didn't see, like, 3 phases of the devil. I was worried there for a moment, like, shit. Nah, we're good, though. Okay. This boss right here, that was the first part of the honey boss, if I remember correctly, where you kind of had to jump around, and it, like, flew towards you, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this boss took me a few tries, but it was not as hard as, I actually think I'll put it there, but it was definitely not as hard as this boss, which I would put there. Yeah. This was the first boss I fought on the 3rd aisle, and it sucked. It was not fun. There was no laughing matter. I wish I could say I was cracking jokes like I was cracking, well, crack. But I wasn't. I was indeed just hating my life and severely being depressed. And now I'm gonna remember that. That's great. I love remembering being depressed. This, you know what? Anyways, okay. We got another mini boss. The drinks one. Okay. I know people are gonna look at me, look down on me, and truly shame me for the rest of my life. But this mini boss, I could not figure out. I could not figure it out, okay? It made 0. I just realized, 2, 2, 2, 2. Bruh, I swear I'm not setting that up. I swear to God, it might look like that, but I swear to God, I swear, I'm not trolling, I swear. Yeah, but this boss, deadass, I could not figure it out. If you watched it live on stream, you probably saw me struggle with this boss more than a few times. I mean, I don't know. There was just too much going on. The olives were flying. Like, I didn't even know olives could fly. That makes 0 sense to me, okay? I thought olives just stayed still, but no. In this game, apparently olives fly around like fucking birds. So, yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on. I got destroyed. I did terrible, and I know I'm going to get shamed for the rest of my life for getting my ass pounded by a mini-boss, but I did. Now we're moving on to the birds. These are the bird nest ones. And actually, this might surprise somebody, but I honestly thought the second part of this, with this one, was actually easier. And I think I wouldn't say it was super easy, but I think I would put it... actually, maybe I would... I think I would... Is it as easy as Sally? I don't think so. I don't think it was as easy as Sally. But I think this part was harder than that. personally speaking, I remember this one being, like, taking me time. And once I got to this one, it was more of the fact that this one destroyed the fuck out of my health. But then when I did, other than that, this part was pretty easy. I think if I went back now, fighting it with Miss Chalice, because I fought this boss before Miss Chalice, I think I would have beaten this boss scot-free with Miss Chalice. So if I went back right now, smoked it. Like, for real. I don't remember this boss. Hold up. I'm trying to remember this boss, bro. Am I dumber than a box of rocks, or I don't, you know what? If I don't know the boss, I'm gonna just put it at the end of the list, okay? If you're mad about that, you can scream at me in the comments section below, okay? Alright, I can live with that. Let's talk about this boss. Oh, jeez. This boss. Oh, this boss was so fun. I had such a great time with this boss. No, I didn't. Okay, this boss, if I remember correctly, this boss took me a full video. Because when I was doing these bosses, like the first aisle bosses, took me like whole videos. And the video recordings were like 2 or so hours. In comparison to streams where they were like fucking 5 hours. And this boss, I did not like this boss at all. But for that matter, this part of the boss, does it deserve that though? Does it deserve that though? Does it deserve that though? Nah. I think they're on the same. I think they're on the same wavelength. I think they both sucked, but I think they're on the same wavelength. With that being said, here is the dancing fucking barista of a whatever it is in the DLC. This dancer one, I think was actually, I mean, for the most part, I think I would actually put it here. Because I think this boss was hard but easy at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, this boss was more of the, all you gotta do is get into the flow motion. Like, you had to actually dance with her when it came to this. Because you were like, it was really just about moving, jumping, dashing, dropping, like, it wasn't really hard. It was more of like a groove thing. You had to get your groove on to beat this groove on ant or fly. I don't know what it is, okay? But what I do know is that it was not that hard. In comparison to this one is a fucking bouquet of flowers. Because this one I hated. Especially that first phase, bro. And that last phase was so disorienting, man. That last phase especially was so disorienting. Like, I felt sick, brother. I felt sick. You kept spinning and like switching sides, bro. Oh my god. I felt like I was getting a headache on this boss. I just want to check that it doesn't have the air phase, because like, if I remember correctly, it does. Yeah, there it is. Yep, there it is. Okay. So it does have the air phase. Now that phase is the one that sucks. I'm gonna rate them together. Or actually, it also has the third one. Well, the first phase was okay. This is okay, right? And then this part of the phase, the second part of the phase, was alright, this is kind of easy. You literally just had to jump and shoot. Especially if you had those, I forgot what it's called, the roundabouts. It fucking destroyed these guys. But this part, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to be the first on it. Because this is one of those bosses where you just want to, you know what I mean? It's just one of those bosses. It's one of those bosses where you just want to, it's just one of those bosses where you want to smash your keyboard and leave. And maybe throw up because it's so sickening. Like, you know what? I'm going to show you a clip. Just look at that. Oh my god, the pain. The pain of it flipping. Oh man, it's terrible, isn't it? That's my point. I hate it. And here's another one. Here. Okay, listen. I know somebody just wrote down an entire rant on Reddit about how that is some bullshit and that Dylan's brain is dumb. Listen, I hear that, but I fought this boss with Miss Chalice, and it was quite literally impossible with Miss Chalice. Okay? Now, I think if I played this as CupHead, it would be possible, But with that being said, I played it with Miss Chalice, and I'm going to rate it as playing as Miss Chalice. With that being said, this is impossible. The parrying part, you would have to do the double jump thing. And with Miss Chalice, the parrying is with shift. Or with dashing. Making it, like, impossible. For real. I literally, when I got on this boss, just walked up to the boss and said, kill me. Just kill me. Just kill me. I give up. Like, it was impossible. And now we're talking about the exact opposite of impossible. The vegetable patch, which we have the air phases down here as well. Now, I actually don't remember the order of the phases, but I'm going to guess that started with the onion, and then the potato, and then the carrot, if I remember correctly. I don't remember too well. With that being said, though, this boss, by far the easiest boss in the game. If you can't beat this boss, you are doing something wrong, and you should not be playing CupHead, because clearly, you don't even know how to play games, because you're blind. Blind people can't see, man, because this boss is so easy that even a blind man could actually probably do it. You must literally have 0 arms. No, that's a lie, because even people without arms could do this shit with their tongues, okay? You have a serious issue if you can't beat this boss, okay? I mean it, this boss is literally so easy, and I didn't even do it with Miss Chalice. I can imagine doing this boss with Miss Chalice taking me less than a minute. Less than 30 seconds, man. I don't know. With 0 damage. Could even probably beat this boss with Broken Relic, if that'll tell you something. That being said, we're moving on to the cat. Did I say it? Should I say it? Look what the cat dragged in. I know. I'm sorry. Okay. The cat part of this. Is there the first part of this? I wanna do each phase in order when I have the phase ones. Up there it is. There it is. The coyote. There it is. Is there another phase to this? I do not remember. Well, as far as I'm aware, that's the ones. So the coyote part of this was annoying, but I quickly learned it because chat gave me like 1,000,000 tips to do it. And by the way, there's about 1,000,000 like fold arounds to beat this boss. So I think I would put it there. With that being said, the cat part of this, oh my fucking god! I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. I really just don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. Let's just put it here and let's not discuss this boss. Oh my god, I hated this boss. Bro. There were so many 1 health left moments. Like where you have 1 health but you're... Oh man, I don't know. I'm having PTSD. I don't even want to think about it. Let's move on to the cancer stick. Literally, this boss is cancer. Not only in the fact that it's a cigarette, but, I mean, it literally sucked for me. It was cancer. Now, it wasn't as easy as the 8-ball, but I think it would go in here for a mini-boss, you know. With that being said, we're moving on to my arch nemesis. If y'all were around for that video. Oh my god. This took me 2 videos to beat him. Yeah. So you know where this is going? Right here. Because I hated this boss. Okay? This boss is not easy. Somebody in chat made fun of me the other day when I was playing CupHead. Or right before I finished CupHead. And they said, oh, this boss is easy. This boss is easy. Man, that's about as easy as plucking a fucking hair out of your fucking asshole, okay? Listen, this boss is not easy. It is not fun. Oh my god, I hate this boss. This boss sucks. But now we're moving on to a sweeter boss. Literally, we're doing the sweet ones. Now, there's a lot of these if I remember correctly. Let's rate them all together. So we got... This one's another one of the sweet ones. This is another one of the sweet ones. Is there another one? There should be, right? Where is it? Oh, there's another one. Is there another one? I think there should be. Okay, maybe there's not, and now I sound like an idiot. But all I remember, there was a lot of candy, random generated fucking... Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. I think that's all the ones on this list. Okay. Alright, let's rate these. Here's this one. Now, this one's like the one with, has like a kind of like a big one, and it goes down, and then it follows, and goes up, and then goes down. It's kind of annoying, but out of all of the candy ones, this one was pretty easy. This one I hated because, like, bruh, this one just, like, kept following you, and it was hard for me. I don't know why. I could barely grasp it, but I guess I still managed to get by with it. And for that matter, I still think it's on the same level. You know what? That kind of makes me want to move this down. It kind of makes me want to move it down. You know what? I'm going to move it down. I'm going to move it down. I'm going to move it down. Because I think this one was significantly harder, but I do not think it's on the level of these. So I think if it's that significantly harder, where this must be significantly easier. So I guess I'm putting it down there. And now the cupcake. This one, I have zero memory of. Hold up. Well, that was a waste of time. I literally just watched a whole video and just closed it out about the Sugarland area, the Sugarland Chamois. And it did not fight this boss at all. So, yeah, maybe I never fought this boss at all either. I don't remember it, so I'm gonna just put it down here. Now, the waffle one, I remember, because it always kept exploding and, like, shooting everywhere, man, and it was, I wish I could say that, but, man, CupHead did not eat this one up. Instead, the only thing CupHead got was lots of damage by this boss. This boss is about on the same level as this one, but it still sucks. While this part of the boss, I honestly think was pretty easy. I mean, for me at least. I don't know if it's as easy as that part of it, but I still think it should be right there. I think I remember beating this boss pretty easily, so I don't know. I feel like this part was actually easier of all of them, if I remember correctly. With that being said, yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe I would move this up. I guess I would move it up, but I still think it was pretty easy. I think it was harder than these ones, maybe, or man, but I actually don't feel like it was now that I think about it. I think it might be down here. You know what? I'm gonna put it down there. I think I'm gonna stick with my gut. Cause I don't know. I just don't feel like that's what was. I don't know. All right, moving back on to another mini boss. We love mini bosses, right, guys? Mini bosses are the best. Actually, though, this boss was really easy. It was actually the first mini boss I landed on, and the first for me to master. Mastered it in the matter of seconds. The only way I can describe it is like, when you gotta fit perfectly into something. It's kind of like that. Whatever that show is called. That's what this is. It's pretty easy. Yeah, I think I'll put it down there. I think it was about in the same level as 8-Ball. Ooh, the nightmare fuel, bro. Oh my god, I hated that. I got beat by meat. I didn't get to beat my meat. The meat beat me. And to make it worse, it beat me on 4th of July. I disrespected my country by not beating the meat. Okay, and I got beat by the meat, man. Oh my god, this cow took me fucking 4 hours, and then another 2 hours after the 4 hours, bro. This boss was by far the longest time it took me to beat any boss in the entire game. King Dice, fucking the devil included. Among all bosses, this boss took me the longest, and man, I hated this boss, for real. I don't remember this boss. I'm sorry. I don't remember it. And then we have this one. Okay, this one. I just pressed right click. Don't question it. Or right click, left click. I know my left and right, okay? Okay, Chef Saltbaker. I know a lot of people that are watching this video have probably been waiting, leading up to this point. The fucking pinnacle. The busted nutness, if you know what I'm saying. This is the pinnacle of this video. Half the people that after I rate this are going to click off. So let's rate this. It was easier than, in my opinion, all 4 of these. I'll say it. I think it was easier. For that matter, I think it was probably about on this level. I actually would say that. And I know some people are probably thinking in their head, how the fuck did a mini boss beat Chef Saltbaker? Well, it just did. So, deal with it, okay? With that being said, we're moving on to King Dice. If we're talking about King Dice alone, not including the mini bosses, he was easy. He was easy. All you had to do was shift, 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 and then shoot, 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 shift, 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 shoot, shoot, shoot. Like, it was really that easy. With that being said, if we're including all the mini bosses, I might put him about up here. But because all the mini bosses are on this list separately, I'm going to rate him separately on his own. So, yeah, deal with it. Alright, honestly, he's kind of easy. Now, the devil, oh man, I hate to say it, but he's only about here, man. I was very underwhelmed. You know what? I hate to say it. I hate to be that guy that shits on the parade of all the people that love CupHead and thought it led up to something. I really didn't think this was a good lead up. I thought it was kind of disappointing. Really, I really did. I'm being serious. No joke, no lead up, no cum jokes, piss jokes, your mom jokes, or your dad jokes. Just Among Us jokes, Among Us. Oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, I'm sorry, never mind. But for real, the devil was not hard for me. I think it was pretty easy. Yeah, I'm sorry for all the big devil fans out there, all the Satanists. Like, I'm rooting for you, but it wasn't that hard for me. Now this boss, this boss was nasty. But this boss, part of it was harder in my opinion. So let's rate this part first. This part of the boss, the first part of the boss, is probably about right here. While this part of the boss, you know what, actually this part of the boss is probably right there. Yeah, and this part of the boss, yeah. The amount of one health moments was ridiculous. Like, you never know true pain until you literally have to do 1 damage left on them and then you die. That happened a lot with these two bosses. And I mean a lot. So, if that don't tell you something, I don't know what does. These bosses done fucking stole my gas money and then only got a gallon of gas because of gas prices, okay? That's what they did to me. They done me dirty. Oh, this boss, bro. This boss, dude. This boss was ridiculous. This boss was ridiculously easy. Yeah. I hate to shit on the dice, bro. But, bro, it wasn't as easy as all of these, but it was pretty easy. I mean, the only part that was really annoying was, like, when he shot that one thing that went down, and went under. Is that part, like, I had the lock-on bullets, whatever those are called, and the lock-on ones never aimed at the shooting thing, so it always came to the bottom and kind of confused me. Other than that, this boss was like a cake. Literally a cake. Perfectly sliced, easy, predictable, and not hard. The dragon's an air word, but the dragon was overhyped by my chat, so I don't know how I'm gonna rate it. Chat overhyped it to the moon, and I'm not even kidding about that. They overhyped it so much, they were like, Dylan, I quit CupHead because of the dragon. Dylan, I've never beat the dragon in my life. Dylan, you should quit now. The dragon's gonna eat you out, buddy. Dylan, quit. Dylan, you suck at CupHead. Get a dad. Alright? That was completely separate, but my point is that the dragon was overhyped, and I beat the dragon not like super easy, but still was able to beat it faster than I expected due to the hype. So because of the hype kind of throwing me off, I only think it would be here. I feel like maybe if the hype didn't throw me off and I wasn't like prepared for my doom, because I was preparing to like rage quit the game and delete CupHead, when it ended up being about as easy as all of these. So yeah, it sucked, but it was easy. Okay, and our boss I don't remember. I'm sorry to all the big enthusiasts of this boss, this boss, this boss, and this boss that I don't know. I'm sorry. I know you guys respect and love them, but I just do not remember them. With that being said, we got the flower. Now, I think the flower was kind of annoying, but I think it was kind of in the same lane as the vegetable patch. Once you got into it, it was kind of easy. I think this part belongs here, while this part belongs here. I think the first phase was harder because the amount that was going on in comparison to this part where it was just like you just had to jump to different things and avoid the disorienting things, whatever those were. So yeah, pretty easy boss. Not super easy, but pretty easy. Oh, the frog! The frog! Oh, we all love the frog on this channel. The frog. The frog is amazing. We respect the frog. If the ancient Egyptians worshipped the cats, well, we worship the frogs on this channel. With that being said, I hated to have to beat them, let alone beat them so easily, but I'm going to have to rate them here. Don't get me wrong, I love the frogs. If there was a peaceful option, I would have done it. I wish I could have done it, personally speaking, but shit happened that stopped it. L. Oh, this boss. Oh, this boss was AIDS. Oh my god, this boss was AIDS. This boss was AIDS. Not only did it drop the entirety of my stream, like quite literally, I had like 10 people in my stream hyping me up, and then it went to 1 because of how bad I was getting destroyed on this boss. Everybody in chat gave up on me. They were like, I'm not gonna watch him get fucking destroyed this bad. Thank you for that, by the way. It gave me the motivational enough to beat it eventually. With that being said, I think it's a little spicy up in here. That boss was annoying. I'm also really bad with the playing in CupHead, so that just fucking pile drived it home. Ah, the ghost. Very difficult, right, guys? Everybody remembers going in those museums and being super scared. Oh my god. Whenever I went in those museums, oh my god, I thought the Ghostbusters were after me. Because, man, I thought I was haunted. Nah, on a serious note, though, the museums were the easiest part of CupHead. Like, if I was to, you know, ever sit down just to chill and chillax on any CupHead boss, it would be this one. This one's about the most calming and relaxing. You get to just enjoy and parry. That's all you get to do, and it's great. Talking about ghost and parrying and all of that, our next one is the Ghost Train, buddy. Well, these ones are together. Do they have the... Yep, they do have them all together. So, let's start with this one. This one was... pretty easy, actually. I don't think I died once on this boss. But I still think it's harder than any of these down here. But I think I'll put it there. I also don't think I died at all on this part of the boss either. As far as I was aware, yeah, those are on the same level. I hate to do it. Somebody's gonna be mad. Listen, I'm sorry, y'all, but these all belong on the same level. The Ghost Train's pretty easy. It's really just more about, you know, being able to dodge and just shoot. Like, there's not too much other than that, and then just parrying the thing to move. Like, as long as you have 2 brain cells and 2 eyeballs, you can probably beat the Ghost Train within 3 tries. It's not that hard of a boss. But talking about not so hard bosses, we're going to talk about a hard boss. The Gnome Boss. This boss was just annoying, man. Not only did this boss, you couldn't touch the ground. If you touched the ground, it had things pop out of the ground to damage you. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's real sweet. That's real special. Oh, great. And then he swallows you on the 3rd phase. Oh, that's all sweet. That's all well. And then all the things start breaking around you because of whatever that one thing was shooting down on you. Okay? The gnome, by far, was one of the more annoying bosses, where I would probably dare put it right here. Overall, this boss was... Oh, man. It was just so annoying, dude. I hated it. It was not fun at all. And in comparison to this one looks like a rodeo because this one is like the piece of cake of the game. Literally, the first level, dude. Yeah, I mean, this level, honestly, if I was actually going to try any of these blindfolded and asleep for an actual challenge, this one might be on the actual list. Like, if I was actually going to do blindfolded and asleep, this one. This one, 100%. Especially with Miss Chalice now. Yeah. Yep. Not even gonna think about it. Easy. With that being said, I do not remember this one. Oh, this is another one of the Ghost Train ones. I was trying to rate them all together. Well, this one, it was like the fire burning one, and somebody's gonna be mad, but I'm sorry. All of the ghost train was just too easy. It was not a good entrance into the casino. Like, it feels like all of the bosses before the casino were like a true testament to your skill. But then once you led up to those last 3 bosses, not including the mini bosses, it was pretty easy. This boss, by the way, didn't even beat. Couldn't figure it out. I couldn't do it. I tried. I parried his head. Chat was like, just give it head. Give it head. Hit it on his head and give it head. Give it head. And that's what I did. I gave it head and I hit its head. But I couldn't do it. I kept getting destroyed. Apparently you need to do like 20 different parries. And I could barely get 2. So, yeah. I did not beat this boss, so I'm putting it here. Does that say something about me that I'm able to beat bosses like the Devil, CupHead, fucking the entire Ghost Train, all of these, the robot, and all this, and then turn around and switch up and can't even beat a guy you just have to parry, and then turn around and put the Ghost down here with the parry masters, but then put him up here? Maybe it says something about me. Maybe it says I'm just trash at CupHead. It probably does. So, yeah. This is an mini boss. This was one of the mini bosses that I got pretty accustomed to pretty fast. But I think it was harder than those, so I think I'll put it there. Especially my first attempts on this boss. Yeah, that was not fun. I do not remember this one. I don't think. Let me stare at it for 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes later, and I still have no clue what it is. Let's talk about this one, the weird one, in some sense. People in chat were telling me this boss, like, married Mugman, and then chat got all strange and shit. And then we talked about how Mugman's white stuff in his head must be cum. And then we went to the extent where we were talking about how the fuck Mugman, a tiny little guy, was able to fuck this giant. And quite frankly, I don't want to think. I'm thinking about it. I don't want to think about it anymore. Okay, let's just say discussions in chat win among us. Okay, that's the best way I can phrase it. And for that matter, this boss, about as much as I'm not a person to kink shame, was spicy. Not only in the theories in chat, but also spicy in strength. Not like this boss. But if we're gonna talk about bosses I really didn't like, we're gonna talk about this monkey. My memory is terrible. I love monkeys. I really do. I'm the type of guy that be screaming monkey all day. Oliver eats an apple and loves watching gorillas spin around in a pool, and I strongly believe life could be a dream, okay? I am that bitch, okay? I'm that basic bitch, Starbucks motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? But I have terrible memory, and because of my terrible memory, this boss scarred me. I don't think it was harder than these ones, an attempt of strength, but I think because of my dumbness, I might still have to put it up here. I would like to say that once you got it out of the memory part, it was here, but the memory part slowed me down so much, it's gotta move up. I hate to say it because this boss gave me severe AIDS, but yeah. Let's talk about this boss now. This boss was literally just a parry boss. I think I beat it on my second try. I think it would go here. I think it's about as easy as the ghost, if you know what I mean. With that being said, the pirate one. Ooh. Ooh, don't get me started with this motherfucker. This guy inked all over my face with his squid. His boat came to life and attempted to eat me, I assume. And all throughout that, this one random guy standing on top of his ship throwing shit at me, calling a shark, and whatever thing that kept jumping out of the fucking dock. I don't even know what it was. I did not like this boss, of lack of the better words. I would probably maybe put it... Would I? I think it's easier than these bosses, but let it be known, just because it's easier does not mean that I don't hate it. It's easier, but I still hate it. Don't know this one. I'm sorry. Be mad. And then we got this one. Bro, I forgot. Yeah, this one's part of these ones. My bad. I know I said I'm trying to rate them together, but then I turn around and don't do that for any of them, so my bad. So, this was the fake out. This part was really easy. But the fake outs, you know what? I'll put it up one more just for the fake out. Just for the plus respect, okay? It did catch me lacking. I did not expect it. And I remember it killing me the first time on the fake out because I didn't realize it was a fake out. I thought I dubbed up. Like, I thought it was a weird, I thought it was like the DLC's new victory show, like, thing. I deadass thought that, because, like, I don't know why. It was a DLC. I thought it had this new special thing. And that was the first boss I did. And I'm also 69 IQ and pretty dumb. I identify as a crewmate. So, it did get me, so I'll give it that. And just for the respect, I'll move it up. What is this boss? I know this boss. I recognize this boss. This is the spider, right? Is this the spider? And the first part of this boss? I think it is. I think I recognize this boss. If it's the spider like I think it is, this part of the boss kind of was AIDS. And yeah, I just remember it being kind of like just annoying that he kept dropping his balls on me. Them big black balls just flopping all over my face because he kept dropping them hard. I'm sorry. This boss. This was the car one. The run and gun level, by the way. I actually think this boss probably, among all of the running guns, kind of made me a bit mad, but I think I was able to figure out pretty fast. I mean, for the most part, running guns are easy, but I would say that it's better than these ones. That being said, we're doing our last boss now. I know y'all see 6 more, and you're probably screaming at me to look them up and figure out what they are. But guess what? This is my channel, baby. And plus, I just checked how long the video's been, and it's already been 46 minutes. So, I'm trying not to make this an hour-long recording, alright? So, yeah, this boss. Ooh, the wizard. The creepy uncle of CupHead, as I like to call him. The guy that do be kind of looking swaggy, though. Gotta give him respect. I respect the purple. He representing the ballers, you know what I'm saying? The ballers. So, I gotta respect it. The GTA 5 credit right there. But, other than that, he looks like a creepy uncle that turned mad scientist when he found out his nephew didn't want to hang out with him in the closet. So, I think I would rate him. He was pretty tough. So, I think I'll put him there. I didn't like him, but he definitely wasn't as hard as these ones. That being said, looking at my list, it is all over the place, isn't it? We have mini bosses up here. We have fucking mini bosses down here. We got, like, some people would say easy bosses up here. And then other people would turn around and think hard bosses are down here. So, you know what? It's all over the place. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's pretty nice. Now, if you can excuse me, I'm going to wrap out this outro as fast as I can because it's already nearly running on 50 minutes. So, let's see how fast we can do this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my second channel. It's in the description, as well as my third channel. And also check out Haha Memes and the Get Good podcast. We're restarting that channel. Also, don't get me started with DB Homies. Join the Discord, and that's it. Peace!